is a dream from another plane. Visit out from the sky. I'm at peace.
Hey y'all. Welcome to Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are in the age of unconditional love. What is happening in this age of unconditional love? Most commonly, it's known in the spiritual community and the esoteric community as a shift from third dimension to the fifth dimension. Now, what's happening is a super cool, beautiful, sacred time, right? Over the last few millennia, we had the perception, the illusion of separation from God, right? And this illusion from the separation of God, the illusion that we're separate from any other dimension of God's creation, or the illusion that we're separate from each other, was a part of our evolution as human beings of planet Earth. That illusion of separation put us in a gestation, incubation, womb, if you will. So in that womb, we perceived the womb was a veil. The veil, which was created the perception of separation between ourselves and the angelic etheric realms, other dimensions of God's creation. The shift between the third to the fifth dimension, or this dawn of the age of unconditional love, is the veil being lifted, or we're being birthed. We are now a upgraded, more evolved human of planet Earth, and we're being birthed back into the galactic creation, back into our galaxy, in order to understand that we have fellow counterparts and other dimensions and aspects of the galaxy, other civilizations, other collectives of the galaxy that are one with ourselves, that we get to co-create with and relate with. The best way that I can draw a comparison, minus the dysfunction, because being birthed into the galactic creation, being able to perceive the other beings of creation, we're gonna be able to perceive the other beings in galactic creation. And why are we going to be able to perceive the other beings? We call them aliens or extraterrestrials in galactic creation, because we are being activated into our galactic being essence, our extrasensory perception essence, our divine essence, our unity consciousness, our Christ consciousness, and beyond. To where we understand that we're one with everything. And this understanding is an understanding that it has been locked away in our heart space, or our souls. Our souls are being awakened. Our heart spaces are being decalcified, so that our soul's energy permeates our being, so that our mind, body, spirit, physicality aligns with our heart infinite wisdom, our soul infinite wisdom. And we're no longer fearing things, because all the fear that we have are thought patterns from our gestation phase, or for the time that we were in the womb with the veil covering us, where we created things that to be afraid of. We're now being decalcified, birthed into the galactic creation, to the galaxy, to where we're able to perceive other counterparts, other beings of creation, in the way that is in alignment with us coming online to our extrasensory perception, our soul wisdom, and acting out of our soul faculties, soul skills, soul wisdom. Here, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, I channel uplifting energies and messages to help us through this time of being birthed into the galactic creation, baby. This is, a long labor and delivery, right? This is going to be a long labor and delivery, where we're acclimating to our new state of beingness. We're being activated into our new state of beingness. We're being activated into a higher DNA efficiency level, right? So Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, all the content is timeless. Whenever you're feeling a little anxious, depressed, baby, come to the channel. Just scroll through the playlist. Whatever you tap on, click on that, lay down, meditate, close your eyes, and let the energies uplift you. Let the energies uplift you and hold you, and so you know that you're not alone. Because anything that I channel is a co-creation between yourself in all things. Because yourself, your soul, or all things, God, the oneness of all things, knew that this would be a tool that you could use in order to journey your path of activating into your divine nature, your higher DNA efficiency, your divine God, Goddess presence, right? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video to go ahead and help proliferate oneness, connection, energetic upliftment in our domain of reality on the YouTubes, in our social climate. Do you hear me? Now, what I'm gonna do is I channel energies and messages. I use an oracle card. I'm using Alana Fairchild Rumi Oracle card, Pocket Edition, an invitation into the heart of the divine. Artwork by Razuli. What I'll do, a beautiful artwork. I love art, so I love this deck. It's so ornate, and it has a Rumi oracles, which are like really powerful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the oracle, whatever comes out, whatever wants to be channeled. We'll look at the picture, read the oracle, and then I'll channel the messages that want to come through. Go ahead again, like, subscribe to the channel. Let's see what we want to use. We'll use this card right here. We'll take this one. Take this one. And we're gonna stop there. We'll just use this one card. This card, Blood Angel. Blood Angel. In the midst of darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. An opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. Blood Angel, in the midst of the darkness, the moon appeared with its brilliance. An opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. I want to say, this is really a channel. But it's from my personal experience. So I'll open my eyes and talk about it. So I've been on a conscious spiritual awakening journey for the past 3-4 years now, with healing my internal, and I was catalyzed onto my awakening journey with reuniting with my divine counterpart in the physical world. My story is really cool. My story is really cool and unique. My ancestors were like, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, let us show you. This was after I came back into union with my divine counterpart in this reality. I wrote the Unconditional Love literature parcel, which is parallel to my story, like my story with universal shifts. So my story with different like creative variations, but the brass tacks, meat and potatoes is my story. The Unconditional Love literature parcel is now available in the Amazon bookstore. It's really fun. It's really uplifting for our journey. This is analogous to this space in reality where we're awakening to faculties and parts of ourselves that we were asleep to in the past. We were amnesiac to the past, right? So I knew who my divine counterpart would be. I love telling my story because it's my story, right? And it's so exciting and it's uplifting, and I love being able to tell it in different ways. And I love to be able to tell it now with more empowerment and not being a victim to my story, right? So when I was 9 years old, God showed me who my husband would be. I've always been super, like we all are, in some way. We're super psychic, super tapped into the spirit. We just all do it in different ways that we might not be aware that we're like, psychically inclined, right? I just always thought I just knew things. I was claircognizant. My spirit would speak through me, and I just thought, I just knew stuff. So I was watching this TV show that me and my sister used to watch when we were younger, when we were kids, like early 2000s. And I was like, that's going to be my husband. I just knew it. I had a knowing. Before I said that, I already saw him on the show. I was watching the show, I already saw him. And when I saw him, I now know it was soul recognition. Mind you, I'm 8, 9 years old. I had soul recognition where my heart space started percolating. I was like, what is, I didn't know how to explain it because I'm 8, 9 years old. I didn't know the vocabulary. My throat chakra wasn't activated like it's activated now. So I didn't know how to explain like what I was feeling in my heart space, in my body. It was like my heart, my solar plexus, my sacral chakra just lit up. I was like, what am I feeling right now? I was like, what is this? I was 8, 9 years old. But then one night I was 9 years old, like a year, some months later, I was 9 years old. I was watching that same show. And I was like, that's going to be my husband. That's going to be my husband. And it was my soul speaking through me, right? And fast forward, I was 9 years old. Fast forward, I'm 26. We come back into divine union in the 3D, right? We come back into conscious contact with each other in the 3D. During that whole time, there were synchronicities. I now know that there's synchronicities. Before, it was like the universe showing me, okay, I'm working on the union. My soul's like, we're working on the union. We're getting out together. We're working on the union. And there were synchronicities, but before I was just so much in a lack consciousness, or the inverted consciousness, where I just perceived the separation. I just perceived we're not together now, so I'm sad, you know? And when I did that, I stagnated the manifestation, which was a good thing, right? Because I wasn't old enough, like, we weren't aligned to our soul enough to be able to handle the power of our love, of our union in the physical. So I'm going through my life, living my life, and I'm just like, I had a pessimistic view about it because we weren't together. And as I did that, I created imbalance in my energy, period. I created imbalance in my energy, period, with all that lack, because like I knew I was supposed to be with this person. It's a super divine spiritual connection. Fast forward later, when we finally came into physical contact, my ancestors were like, DM him on Instagram. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I was scared. My ancestors told me to do it like a couple years before, but I wasn't as aligned to my soul, so I was too afraid to do that. A couple years later, my ancestors like, DM him on Instagram. Mind you, a year before, my ancestors were like, if you stop dating, we're gonna bring in your person. And they showed me my person in my mind's eye. They said, you stop dating, we're gonna bring in your person. So I stopped dating, and I became hermit mode. I stayed to myself. I just went to work, and I've done music. I do music. I'm a singer-songwriter. Ashley-Nicole music is available here on YouTube. I was doing music then as well. I've been doing music all my life. That's one of my other strong bonds and relationships with music. Ashley-Nicole music here on YouTube. So I was, my ancestors were like, it was like my ancestors told me, my soul, my spirit, internal environment, ethers, God told me, stop dating. This was 2018. They said, we're going to bring in your divine counterpart. So a year and some change later, my ancestors were like, okay, DM him on Instagram. I was like, I'm not going to do that. I said that then. I was like so nervous. They were like, they moved in my body, baby. My thumbs got a mind of their own. And I DM'd him on Instagram. I said, I think we were made for each other. Send. Now, mind you, like, I knew he would see it, because like my spirit would not tell me to send it if they were going to make sure that he saw it, right? The reason why I say that is because my divine counterpart is a notable member of society. I like saying that, like, because there's famous. He's a celebrity. He's famous. I like saying a notable member of society just because I like to be ostentatious. Because I like to, goddamn, it's fake, girl. He's a celebrity. He's famous, right? And which was all a part of God's plan. It's all a part of the alchemy to help uplift the human culture. It's all a part of God's plan, right? And you actually, if you read the book, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, is all in there, like how God pulled everything together and why God does what God does, you know. So it's in the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which is exciting, right? So yeah, it's in there. I got nervous when I said that. My armpits started to sweat. I'm so protective of this love here, right? So like, and I'm protective of him because like, that's just how I am. Like my family, and now my family and like all things that I love, I'm really protective of, but I'm learning to let go in a way that I trust that the universal forces are only working to make sure that everything is well and balanced. So my twin flame, my divine, he's my twin flame. She's my twin flame. We're on a twin flame journey. He's my twin flame, my divine counterpart, my kingdom spouse, right? God divinely ordained, orchestrated. The whole thing, like, it's so mystical and so cool. Read the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, and you'll be able to perceive further the mystical nature. Because I'm not telling y'all all the tea right now, but in the books, like, the mystical nature is there. Like, it's so magical, it's so God ordained, divine, our relationship, and it's real, which is really beautiful. It's like, it's magical, divine. We are magical and divine. And that's a great big facet of this age of unconditional love, is we're being birthed into the understanding that we're magical and divine and universally, aligned and supported. So all the time from 9 years old, even before that, because I felt a pull at my heart for our energy, that it was our love. But let's just say 9 years old till we came back into contact when I was 26. So over a decade, over 17, 18 years later, we came back into contact. And when we came back into contact, we both knew we had a person, and we both desired to be with our person, right? And that desire in our old human nature, before, when we were in the veil of illusion, when we were in the womb, that old human nature, that desire cultivated a sense of lack, because we focused on what wasn't versus on what was being created. We focused on what wasn't. We were focusing on the fact that our dream hadn't been, our relationship hadn't been birthed into this reality, instead of focusing on that our dream was in an angelic womb being created and gestated to be birthed into this reality. Just like the human being is being birthed into the galactic creation and the remembrance of our omnipresent, magical, galactic presence. Higher efficiency DNA. So all that time when we're thinking that we were missing each other, we were lacking, we were feeling missing and lacking between each other, we created a dense, dark energy of lack and like a survival, like archetypal like energy that tries to manipulate and control in order to get what it desires. Let's refer back to the card, full circle moment. We're gonna let that breathe. So any energies that we hold within that are controlling out of a fear of not having or achieving our desires, we release it in the name of all things great and good and balanced, in order to allow for a divine reciprocation of the abundant energies that we are. We are abundant divine energies. We released any thought pattern that we have to control the reciprocation of the divine and abundant energies that we already are, without even doing anything, because we exist. We exist because we are stardust. We exist because we are creations of the oneness of all things. We exist because we are manifestations of creation. And I channeled in another video, anytime creation or the universe or the planet needs something to keep it balanced or well, it produces it. You exist because you are a part of what was needed to keep creation or the planet or the galaxy in balance. You are a solution to wellness. That's why you exist. Blood angel, we're allowing for the authentic and innate reciprocation from universal forces for the energies that we are in our truth, that we already are. Blood angel, in the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. An opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. So, I hope this message is uplifting in some way. I hope me sharing sharing these these energies to transmute any energies within you that are creating stagnation out of lack consciousness, survival consciousness. I hope those energies are uplifted and you're able to traverse into new dimensions of yourself and your reality with ease and grace. And so it shall be. Bismillah. Mashallah. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I'm really glad that you joined me here. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I have Kingdom Things Podcast. I think I'm going to post this on Kingdom Things Podcast as well. But if you're on Oneness Connection, watching this on Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube and Spotify. That's where I post a lot of my soul lectures and soul wisdom and a lot of prophecies that I channel for my soul, for humanity, for the upliftment of the human culture of planet Earth, the wellness of human culture, for the wellness of the human culture of planet Earth, for the upliftment of the human culture of planet Earth. If you're watching this on Kingdom Things Podcast, over on Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, which will be linked below, I have oracle card transmissions that I do over there often to transmit energies for upliftment. All of my channels content is timeless. Whenever you're feeling maybe anxious or something, go through the channels, whatever your finger lands on, sit down, relax, meditate, and let those energies uplift you and align you to your unique soul path. I'm also an intuitive cook. I'll be cooking and talking. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available here on YouTube, or over on YouTube, because this will be posted on Spotify as well. So Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available over on YouTube. Again, I'm a singer. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. I hope something is enjoyable and uplifting there for you as well. My literature, the Unconditional Love literature parcel, is now available in the Amazon bookstore. We're going to go ahead and roll into the Unconditional Love literature parcel trailer as well, so y'all can get feel the energy of the literature. It's a 3-part book series. Now, if you're going to get all of them in a physical copy, the first 2 parts, book 1 and book 2, comes in 1 physical copy. If you're getting all physical, all digital, 3 different parts. It's still the same price, $29.97, $29.98 for all physical, all digital. Let's go ahead and roll into that, as well as a snippet of my music. I love you. Love on yourself. Let's run it up. Let's go ahead and represent for the human beings of planet Earth. Show that love. Be love. I have a new mantra that I'm saying to myself. I'm going to share it with y'all. Say it to yourself just to manifest beautiful things in your life. I am beauty. I create beautiful things. I have beautiful things. I experience beautiful things. I used to be shy about, because I'm gorgeous, right? We're all beautiful because we exist. Like, I feel like everybody's beautiful, gorgeous. And I used to be shy about that, about being beautiful. Having a beautiful spirit, a beautiful mind, a beautiful personality, a beautiful face. I used to be shy about that. But now my new mantra is, I am beauty. I produce beautiful things. I have beautiful things. I experience beautiful things. Just to allow for your manifestation of beauty in your reality. To help emit that energy of beauty and love into all of God's creation. I'm excited about that mantra, so I had to share. Okay, I love you. Love on yourself. I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye. Bye.
Knowing that you be, it's love certainly. What does it mean to me? Love so mysterious.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love literature parcel, now available in the Amazon